Get ready to showcase your brand to the exploding sports betting and fantasy sports audience to elevate your business this season. Advertise on the VSX Digital Sports Network, broadcasting locally on KSHP and nationwide on iHeartRadio. Experience the power of digital and broadcast radio with great value, fast results, and no hassle. Reach a dedicated audience and watch your brand soar this season. Discover why VSX flagship show, Vegas Scoreboard Express Live, is rated #1 on Good Pod, 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, and top 5 on FeedSpot for best radio podcasts in Las Vegas. Get your brand in front of an engaged and loyal audience who are looking for the best sports advice and great offers. Advertise with VSX Digital Sports Network. Your success is our commitment. Visit VSXDigitalSportsNetwork.com or call 702-909-0585. Take your business to new heights this season. Don't miss out on this opportunity to connect your brand with sports enthusiasts across the nation with VSX Digital Sports Network. All money, all sports, no bull. Visit VSXDigitalSportsNetwork.com or call 702-909-0585. Log on or call today.
You're tuned into the VSX Digital Sports Network.
More fire, more heat.
You're listening to the boss of the big ball. JP the Kicker. Giving you that green. Vegas Scoreboard Express. Always spitting that explosive fire.
Good morning, Las Vegas. All of my sports bettors around the world. I'm back at you live. JP the Ticket. Vegas Scoreboard Express back on this weekend. NFL preseason week 2 is here on deck, and I've got him in studio with me, my main man, Daryl Harris, CBS 8 KLAS, host of the D-Hoop University podcast. Good morning to you, Daryl. How you doing?
Good morning, good morning. Happy Saturday, happy weekend, everybody. Doing well this morning. How are you, man?
Man, I'm trying to make it happen, make sure all the mics are on, make sure all the correct mics are on. Give me a talk again.
Yeah, no, we're doing well, man.
There you go.
Well.
That's what I'm talking about.
Ready to get into this WNBA because they are back.
Yeah, the WNBA is back. I'm excited about this football. That's right. The NFL season is here. The preseason is here. We got week 2 on deck. Going to be having a good friend call in today, Ronnie B., Vegas Scoreboard Express contributor, Ronnie B. Las Vegas, over at the Rampart. Going to be talking a little bit of NFL with us. And, of course, today, guys, back to giving out a couple of free picks. Get over to my website, jbtheticket.com. I got all the deals that you need. All you advertisers out there for your sports needs. If you want to get into the sports betting market, the fantasy market, you got to go with the #1 sports betting show in America, according to Good Pods. Vegas Scoreboard Express Live. Got little Bassy here in studio with us as well, so we're going to jump into it after this short commercial break. You guys grab your bankroll, get ready to go to the window, and let's beat the line. Let's get the money.
You're listening to the boss of the big ball. JP the Kicker. Vegas Scoreboard Express. Giving you that grease. Skip your cable bill this month and join the action with JB and Fubo TV. Get 7 days free, 15% off your first month. No credit check, no deposit, no installation hassle. Go to FuboTV.com/JB. Sign up, download the app, and start watching games.
Enjoy being a subscriber after the first month. Easy cancellation anytime. Regional restrictions apply. Sign up at VegasScoreboardExpress.com.
It's time to wake up and win the weekend. You're listening to the boss of the big ball. JP the Kicker. Giving you that grease. Join me every Saturday and and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time for the live action on Vegas Scoreboard Express on KSHP 107.1 FM and AM 1400. Dive into the game day with my in-depth analysis, expert predictions, and winning plays from the sharpest minds in sports betting. It's more than just placing bets. It's about securing wins. Head over to jbtheticket.com and be sure to tune in to KSHP this weekend from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time to ride the winning wave with VSX. Tune in and get your money back from the sports book. All money, all sports, no bull.
Missed the live show? Subscribe to Vegas Scoreboard Express on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, and wherever you enjoy your favorite podcast and radio listening.
Yo. You're in the mix. Oil's finest.
You're listening to the boss of the big ball. JP the Cat. Vegas Scoreboard Express. Giving you that green.
Back at you live, JB the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express here in Las Vegas, 107.1 FM, AM 1400. It's time to get into that grease, people. And I got him on the line with me, my main man, Ronnie B., contributor here at VSX Digital Sports Network. Good morning, Ronnie. How you doing? You heard that grease dropping for you. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, JB. Good morning, Vegas. Football season's right around the corner.
That's right. So glad to have you back here, my main man, Ronnie B., VSX contributor. Been on a bit of a long sabbatical for the summer. Before we jump into this NFL, how has your summer been with baseball? I know that you be over at the Rampart all the time, locking and loading, giving out those picks. Tell folks how you've been winning this summer. Go ahead.
I'll tell you what, it's been a rough ride with this baseball. It's been a 50-50 shot. We've held our own, but we've cut back now, waiting for the playoffs. We can't get consistency out of the bullpens, and it's a crazy year. The White Sox winning 300s, losing minus 110s. The Yankees blowing it up. It's a bumpy ride. So we decided to pull the reins back, start looking at the football schedule, and waiting for the baseball playoffs.
That's the best way to do it. You got to wait for the baseball playoffs and get with us here at Vegas Scoreboard Express for this college football preview coming up tomorrow. Got some special guests coming in from Noob Sports, my main man Rodney Newple. Let's hope we can get him locked in. But let's talk a little bit about this NFL preseason. Also here in studio, my main man Daryl Harris, CBS 8 KLAS. He's going to be giving us some football grease as well, but here mainly to bring us back into that WNBA season because he's been pretty consistent winning there. Shout out once again to Team USA Basketball, men and women bringing home that gold. Shout out to Jordan Childs, too, having a good Olympic Committee representative, letting her keep her bronze medal. But let's jump into this football, again being brought to you by our friends over at Fubo TV. Get to FuboTV.com/JB this football season. I'm giving you 7 days free. You can actually watch the games free today. Sign up. All you need is a debit card. No credit check, no deposit, no hassle, no installation. Absolutely nothing going on in a relationship to that. So, Ronnie B., I'm going to have you here on the line while Daryl goes and does some daddy duty. I told you that we got little man Sebastian here in the studio today. Let's talk about this NFL, man. The preseason, we have quite a few quarterbacks, if you will, coming out. You got the Bears 2-0. Caleb Williams has been doing his thing over at the Bears. They're playing the Bengals today. You got the Ravens out there with some new rookies. You got the new look Texans 1-1. The Giants still having some question marks at the quarterback position with Daniel Jones. So let's go ahead and start talking about that first game here. And again, this game's being brought to you by our friends over at Fubo TV. And Ronnie, I'll turn you down a little bit. You got a little bit of background noise there. But rotation number 405, the New York Giants, +3 on the road today, heading down to Houston. Shout out to my main man, Don Smith, law school student, classmate with me. We finally got those finals done yesterday, getting those licenses activated so we can start cooking grease in the courtroom. But again, he's back in Houston where Don is. The Texans -3, -155. The Texans, DeMarco Ryan's got these guys playing at a top level. He's really completed a transformation there. They've got a great quarterback in C.J. Stroud, one of the young up-and-comers who's proved his mettle, but we probably won't see much of him today. So what do you think the chances are for the Houston Texans to continue their resurgence down in that AFC South? Go ahead.
you talking about today's game, JB, or for the whole season here coming up?
Yeah, I'm here talking about for today's game, and then just some thoughts about the upcoming season. As I mentioned before, they've got C.J. Stroud, who's obviously going to be the starter. But for today's game, do you think that Houston, with the offensive package that DeMeco Ryan was trying to put in last year, now he's got a second year to work it, do you think this offensive scheme can be as effective as it was with C.J. Stroud with a second or third string quarterback, which is why I think a lot of people have them in the book, again, rotation number 406, -3 today versus the New York Giants. Now, the New York Giants have constantly got some questions at the quarterback position. Daniel Jones has got the big check. They don't know if he's the guy. He may even have to get some reps. He's been quite injured over the years. But if you want to talk some money today, is it worth the Giants at plus 135 on the money line? Total's 39.5, and the under has been trending in the first week of preseason. Or did the Houston Texans take care of business today? -3, or do you like a money line -155? Go ahead, Ronnie B.
Well, I'll tell you what, JB, as I tell everybody, let's not get crazy and pull triggers too hard here in the preseason because everything is possible. They rotate lines in. But if I have to make wagers or have to give out suggestions, I take a look at the quarterbacks and how many you're going to play. And right now today, the Texans have the best second and third string quarterbacks with Case Keenum and Davis Mills. So those guys have both started in the NFL. And if you're going to have to play some money on it just because you want to watch it and enjoy it, I'd lean to the Texans -3 just because of the depth in the quarterback position.
Sounds like a plan here. Again, talking about the Texans. Let's talk about the NFL divisions, given some of these futures here. If you want to go with the AFC here, let's stay here. AFC South, Houston Texans, even money line to win the division this season at rotation number 1201. You got the Jacksonville Jaguars right behind them at rotation number 1202 at 270. And then you've got two big question marks here. The Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans rounding it out 1203 and 1204, going all the way from 325 to win the AFC South with the Indianapolis Colts to plus 950 for Will Levis and the crew down at the Tennessee Titans in Nashville. So talk to me a little bit about this division. It was a little bit of a sleeper division last year. We saw some improvement in the Houston Texans, got a few teams in the playoffs, but the dominance in this division, I just don't see a team that can get it done yet. And we got Daryl back in studio as well. After Ronnie B, you comment on this. Go ahead. Houston Texans.
I'll tell you what, I'm glad we're going into the futures because I got a few suggestions for bettors out there today. And one of them is this division. And I'm going to put some money on the Jacksonville Jaguars at plus 250 to win this division. I think they're coming back healthy. I think Trevor Lawrence, who just signed a nice contract, is good. They picked up Mac Jones from New England, okay? He may not be seasoned and salty, but he's reliable. And if Trevor gets banged up, they'll be in a good position to have a backup with no problems. And I think the Texans, last year, nobody came prepared for CJ. This year, they have a lot of film to watch on CJ, so I'm sure they'll do well. But I'm going to take the 250 versus the even money, and I think it'll be a neck and neck. I kind of like the Jacksonville.
Right, I like the 250 as well, but Houston Texans with that even money line, that's where it's costing us cash to bet on. The sports books are not making it easy for us. Daryl Harris, throwing it over to you. Again, you got Baby Bash in here with you. Talk to us a little bit about this division. A lot of folks are liking the Jacksonville Jaguars, as Ronnie said. Solid quarterback position, but they've got some front office issues that have really permeated through that organization. When you look at what happened with Trevor Lawrence, came in with a lot of fanfare, the issues with the head coach, bringing in Urban Meyer, him not getting the job done. Now they've got Doug Peterson. He's known to be a quarterback whisperer. He's known to be one of those spiritual guys, can get in with the folks that, get down with that. So when you go into that perspective, do you think that Jacksonville has some tools and some key components around them? Because they have lost a few key players on offense. And my question would be, who would Trevor Lawrence throw the ball to? Are they going back to the draft this year, trying to pick up a couple of receivers, or are they trying to work with that core and Doug Peterson do what he did back in the day when he won that Super Bowl with the Eagles to beat the Patriots? But go ahead.
Yeah, I'm buying stock on year 2 of Doug Peterson. I back this as well because they replaced some parts, in my opinion, pretty well. They've got new receivers in there. They got Gabe Davis in there. They went and got Brian Thomas, who is Malik Neighbors' partner at LSU. So I think that year 2 again of Doug Peterson is going to be pretty impressive. I was invested in this Jacksonville team last year from a fantasy perspective, and they were frustrating. And I think that they're going to iron some of those kinks out. I like the point about having Mac Jones behind Trevor. I think Trevor is still very efficient, very dangerous, and the offense is going to do its thing. The defense, I think, is underrated. So Houston is going to have pressure. They're going to have, they're going to be a target for a lot of folks as well. It's not going to be a walk for them to get through that division. In Indianapolis, we have to mention.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Anthony Richardson.
Season.
These guys got rid of Gardner Minshew. They gave him out here to Las Vegas. He's been doing his thing in camp. We'll be talking about that tomorrow with my main man, Rudy Reyes, NBC6 out in California. JB, when I tell you I'm going to get that new grease, I'm going to get it for you. But talk about those Indianapolis Colts, because you got an owner, more front office issues. You got an owner with kind of a substance abuse issue. You've got another situation where they were shifting in and out quarterbacks. I think we saw Phillip Rivers come through there. Again, Gardner Minshew. I think Matt Ryan had even slid through there once or twice. What are you seeing in Indianapolis? And then Ronnie B, second that from Daryl here. Daryl, we'll start with you first. Indianapolis Colts, not even on my list this year. I'm not even thinking about them. Go ahead.
Yeah, they could be impressive. I think the old line is back and might be healthy and can really power a great season for Jonathan Taylor.
I was getting ready to say that. Have they figured out the running back drama?
We haven't seen the complement of him and Anthony Richardson yet, because when Anthony Richardson burst onto the scene, for brief as it was, they didn't have Jonathan Taylor, and now you put those two runners back there, and he's got some weapons on the outside as well at the tight end spot.
I would have to stay.
They're a wild card with a softer schedule.
They are a wild card that'll leave you out in the dry, hanging. Going back over to you, Ronnie B. I don't believe in the Indianapolis Colts at all. When I saw Gardner Minshew in a Raiders jersey, I said, if they're going with Anthony Richardson, a guy who's already got a head situation with a concussion. You're talking about the running back, Zach Taylor. They couldn't figure out how to make them run together last year, which is why Zach Taylor wanted to hold out. Jim Irsay didn't want to pay him. Needed a few extra dollars for his extracurricular activities. But going back to you, Ronnie B., is there any way you think the Indianapolis Colts in this division are going to be able to get anything done? I myself personally do not, but that's here nor there. The Indianapolis Colts today actually in action at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. It's a pick'em going up against another terrible team that's not on my list this year, the Phoenix Cardinals. 36 is the total in that preseason game. Man, that one is sure to be a stinker. Two turds in the bucket. See which one goes down first. But Indianapolis in that NFC South. What say ye? Go ahead, Ronnie.
Well, I'll tell you what, just to start out again, if you want to play today's game, I'd play the total under, way under, and go from there.
There you go.
If you want to talk the futures and the season for the Colts, I don't see it. I think if they get 6 wins, it'll be a good season for them. The future's got them at 8.5 wins over/under, and the juice is to the under. So they're telling you right there that the house doesn't even believe that the Colts are going to perform.
Good luck with that.
Yes, go ahead.
I don't think Richardson is ready yet. He got hurt early in the season. He didn't get a chance to get his feet wet.
Dummy.
Their backups are Flacco, who's he was on the couch before last year.
Long in the tooth, Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
Again, wasn't he on the Browns last year? It's going to be a rough one in Indianapolis. We can leave it there. Ronnie B. Fans, keep your money off of Indianapolis. Tennessee Titans, though, they've got some quarterback questions, and we'll take a short commercial break. But they had Will Levis. They brought these guys in from, what was the one kid? Malik Willis. Got a lot of guys with these weird names, but when you look at their quarterback situation, Ryan Tannehill, is this the last season? Do they finally give it over to Will Levis? I think, and Daryl, you can attest to this, did Malik Willis get traded over to the Baltimore Ravens, right?
I'll fact-check that.
Okay, fact-check that for me. But, again, the quarterback situation in Tennessee has been their death knell. I don't think they have Derrick Henry anymore, right? I think he retired or something like that.
He's in Baltimore.
Okay, Derrick Henry's in Baltimore. Okay, yeah, maybe I had that confused, but, there you go. But reality is here, Tennessee Titans stink, and I don't see any money coming out of there. Plus a 950. The bookmakers have them. Ronnie B, take us to commercial break. Quick 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Yeah, the Tennessee Titans, bet against them every game this year. You'll be in good shape.
There you go. Bet against them every game. Ronnie B, you stay on the line with me. JB, the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express. Any quick shout-outs, Ronnie, before we take this break? Go ahead. I know you're over at the Rampart.
Yeah, I'll be over at the Rampart again today. We're starting to juice it up and get ready to go. And Miss Steak will get my coffee ready. I'll be there in a couple hours.
There you go, Ronnie B. Stay locked here on the line with me. You guys keep it locked here, 107.1 FM, AM 1400, JB the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express, the only place here, nationwide, iHeartRadio, VSX Digital Sports Network, KSHP.com. Giving you this type of information for the preseason, getting you ready for the opening day. Got Daryl Harris here in studio with me. Any quick shout-outs before I take this break? Go ahead, brother.
No, shout-out to everybody going back to school.
There you go. Going back to school. Bassy, you'll be a part of that group sooner or later. You won't be coming in here much more on the Saturdays, but we're glad to have you here. So give a shout-out to Baby Bash, working with Uncle JB and Pops, Daryl Harris. Be sure to check out your episodes of the D-Hoop University podcast, Daryl. You've been doing a great job with that.
Yeah, we got some fantasy content cooked up.
There you
Draft
go.
Season. Good luck to you all.
That's right. Good luck to you all. JB the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express. Keep it locked here. Let's get that money.
You're listening to the boss of the big ball, JB the Ticket. Vegas Scoreboard Express. Giving you that grease. Get ready to showcase your brand to the exploding sports betting and fantasy sports audience to elevate your business this season. Advertise on the VSX Digital Sports Network, broadcasting locally on KSHP and nationwide on iHeartRadio. Experience the power of digital and broadcast radio with great value, fast results, and no hassle. Reach a dedicated audience and watch your brand soar this season. Discover why VSX flagship show, Vegas Scoreboard Express Live, is rated #1 on GoodPod, 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, and top 5 on FeedSpot for best radio podcasts in Las Vegas. Get your brand in front of an engaged and loyal audience who are looking for the best sports advice and great offers. Advertise with VSX Digital Sports Network. Your success is our commitment. Visit VSXDigitalSportsNetwork.com or call 702-909-0585. Take your business to new heights this season. Don't miss out on this opportunity to connect your brand with sports enthusiasts across the nation with VSX Digital Sports Network. All money, all sports, no bull. Visit VSXDigitalSportsNetwork.com or call 702-909-0585. Log on or call today.
Skip your cable bill this month and join the action with JB and Fubo TV. Get 7 days free, 15% off your first month. No credit check, no deposit, no installation hassle. Go to FuboTV.com/JB. Sign up, download the app, and start watching games.
Enjoy being a subscriber after the first month. Easy cancellation anytime. Regional restrictions apply. Sign up at VegasScoreboardExpress.com.
You're tuned into the VSX Digital Sports Network.
More fire, more heat.
You're listening to the boss of the big ball, JB the Ticket. Vegas Scoreboard Express. Turn that shit off. Giving you that grease.
Back at you live, JB the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express, live here, 107.1 FM, AM 1400. In studio, Daryl Harris, KLAS CBS 8. Here in Las Vegas, news producer and host of the D-Hoop University podcast. And, of course, my main man on the line with me, Ronnie B. Las Vegas, king of the Rampart Casino over on Rampart Boulevard here in Las Vegas. Ronnie, you still on the line. Go ahead.
I'm still here, JB.
All right, thank you so much again. Daryl Harris, live here in studio. Got Baby Bash with us. Let's jump into the evening game. He actually asked me about this game in the commercial break, and I said, are they playing today? So let's talk about it. It'll be fun for the fans. Two rabid fan bases. Anytime these teams take to the gridiron, you would think it's a playoff game. Rotation number 427, the Dallas Cowboys. Huge spread here in preseason. Maybe an opportunity to make some money. +7, +252 on the money line for the Dallas Cowboys. 40.5 is the total here at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. The Las Vegas Raiders, rotation number 428, -7, -302. Somewhat expensive on that side from a cash perspective. But you're talking about a spread here, -7, -302 on the money line. Total is 40.5. We talked about it last week, and there was a possibility that it would play out this week. These tepid offenses. You've got issues yet again in Dallas. In the front office, Jerry Jones doesn't want to pay. I think it's CeeDee Lamb this time, right? I mean, he does this with everybody. He did it with Ezekiel. I think he's also holding back on the food stamps from the quarterback down there.
It's the 5th year in a row of the Dak Prescott headline.
Yeah, like I said, they're making AI memes for these guys. I mean, it's a ridiculous situation for Cowboys fans, but here in Las Vegas, we're still not too sure. The word is out on everything. Antonio Pierce, first-year head coach. Still trying to figure out who's going to be the quarterback under center. A lot of people have been telling me, JB, go ahead and lean Gardner Minshew, but Aiden O'Connell showed his mettle last year. My question is the receiving core. So when you talk about a Raiders team that's expected to win by a touchdown in preseason with third stringers, no, I don't know. Should be a pick 'em here. Dog position outside the board. I don't know if you could even buy anything down. I'll throw this one over to you, Darryl Harris. You've got some inside grease on the Raiders here again at Allegiant Stadium today, guys. 7 o'clock Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern for all you folks that are going to be betting on the East Coast. So, Darryl, quick thoughts on the Raiders, and then Ronnie B., I'll throw it over to you. I know you've got some friends down in Dallas, Texas. Shout out to all my listeners down there as well. But go ahead, Darryl.
Yeah, no, I think that the line is probably that tilted because the starters will get reps for the Raiders the entire first half. And by starters, I mean, a variation of quarterbacks. And last week, we saw them get points on like their first 4 drives and ended up losing 23-24 to Minnesota. So,
not again.
It would take them for that reason, but I could see that they are going to put their guys out there today. So
-7 is a little bit too much. I think they're opening the door to the starters way too early. Ronnie B., I'll throw it back over to you. You saw that debacle last week. The Raiders were doing great, and then it happened yet again, and this happened from the defensive side of the football. Didn't expect that type of meltdown to happen. You're talking about backup defensive players. This could be a long season, and I don't want it to be. But, Darryl, as you know, I came on your show last year, and I broke everything down. This year, I'm keeping mum. I'm just telling you where to put your money. And today, I'm telling you the money in this game is going to be on the total, but let's keep talking about that side. Las Vegas Raiders are expected to win a preseason game -7. Is that a testament to the mettle of the Raiders and their ability to push hard at home, or is the Dallas Cowboys just that bad? You got people calling for Jerry Jones's head. I'm telling you, man, he's using all kinds of Energizer batteries, sipping on the dragon's blood. Old man ain't going to die. He's going to hold on to that football team until that day. And again, his kids, as executives, I don't know what type of control they have, but every single season for the past decade, star players have signed with the Cowboys and left disgruntled. And this is just something that I don't remember because when I was a kid, the Cowboys were America's team. Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Jay Novacek, Jimmy Johnson is the head coach, even Barry Switzer for a couple of seasons. So it's just mind-blowing to me how that franchise could end up looking kind of like, I hate to say it, my hometown New York Jets. A lot of talent passing through, but not much else. Go ahead, Ronnie B.
Well, today's game, I'm going to have to tell you, if you don't bet the Raiders, you're wasting a chance to win some money, because I watched Dallas last week, and they only kicked 4 field goals, never smelled the end zone at all. And what Trey Lance showed me, he showed me nothing. So I don't think the house made the line 6.5, now 7 for a reason. All the money's going on the Raiders, and my money's going on the Raiders as well today.
That's how you got to do it. Take the Las Vegas Raiders here at home. I don't know if a buy down is available, maybe some prop bets. I'm liking the total here. I'm saying under for that reason, simply because Dallas can't score. I don't see the Raiders running away with the score. I think it's going to be a lot of technical fixing here, but it's got to be exciting here because it is Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world. So they got to put some points up on the board and hope something good can happen. But shifting gears again, moving along to one of the final preseason games we're going to talk about today. This is a game that a lot of people have been saying, keep your eyes out looking at these two quarterbacks. These are teams that are using their young rookies, young starters. I'm talking about the Cincinnati Bengals, rotation number 407. 6.5 dogs on the road today to Chicago, who's 2-0 in preseason. Rotation number 408, the Chicago Bears. Another big spread today, -6.5, -290. Cincinnati, however, they've got a few injury bugs biting around. You got Joe Burrow back. He's playing at a pretty decent high level. Give him credit where credit is due, but this is the year that the Cincinnati Bengals kind of have to figure out whether they're going to move forward with that dynamic offensive core, because you know that the offensive line has stunk over the past couple of seasons, why Joe Burrow's been in and out. But today, again, if you want to bet this game, you're a big-time Cincinnati Bengals fan. Lions, Tigers, Bears, oh my, how can we make some money here? Throwing this one back over to you, Ronnie B, over at the Rampart. Go ahead.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to stick with the Chicago Bears. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people this year. I've got them as winning that division this year. That's how much I like the Bears.
Let's talk about that division. Go ahead. The AFC North, it was said to be one of the stronger divisions, talking about where the Bengals are. And now you go back over to the NFC North, said to be one of the stronger divisions. I think it's one of the weakest divisions in football. You've got the Detroit Lions still priced at a dog position to win that division, rotation number 1501 at +140. You got a Green Bay Packers upstart team being led by Jordan Love at +210. Chicago right there where Ronnie B said he wants them. 1503 is the rotation number at +300. And then you've got the Minnesota Vikings. Wow, we're not even going to get into it. Not even going to get into it. But the Chicago Bears, new rookie quarterback, Caleb Williams. Is he ready for the big time? Playing well in preseason. They've got some pieces around him. But when you go to the big lights and then the big games, how durable do you think he is? Because, again, we did see some injury issues at USC, and we did see some meltdown issues at USC. And I don't want to see this guy take a big hit, go to the sideline, get the brain scrambled eggs, and then come back and start throwing picks. But you talk about winning that division. What say ye? Is it because the rest of the teams are so weak? And are you saying possibly you don't believe in Dan Campbell and the Detroit Lions, even though they're priced at a decent dog position at +140? Go ahead, Ronnie B.
Well, I'll tell you you're exactly right on a couple of those things. Why? I already bet the Bears to win that division. Okay, that's how strong I think that kid is. I think he is the real deal. I think he is the superstar. And I think the Bears know that because they went out and got offensive players for him. The Keenan Allen, the DeAndre Swift.
Yes.
They have some strong weapons. And if this kid, I saw him last preseason game, he shined. He was balling, yeah. Getting to work. And that's one of the main reasons why I looked at the Chicago Bears coming out of this division. But the Detroit Lions, throwing this one over to you, Darryl Harris, are they for real under Dan Campbell? You got Matt Goff. You've got Amon-Ra St. Brown, one of the best wide receivers in the game. And they've always got a stout defense. When they won last year in the opening day against the Kansas City Chiefs, people tried to write them off then. When they went to the playoffs and they finally got to that level, I think people are still a little bit concerned because it's the Detroit Lions. I think they're for real. Very quiet offseason. I think Dan Campbell is trying to build upon what he put together last year. That's why it's some value if you do like the Detroit Lions to win that division at +140. But you're saying that Ronnie B here is saying that Chicago's going to leapfrog. But what say ye in this division? Who do you like, NFC North?
This is where we find out if Jared Goff is that guy, essentially, because we don't mention him too quickly when we talk about Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. But, he's been to the big game, and this Detroit team has all the pieces. So I feel like their expectations are high, and that the pressure is on Jared Goff to build off of what they had last year and show that it wasn't just a flash in the pan. It's going to be tough because, they're like in that Houston conversation where you're not going to catch us by surprise. We know Amon-Ra is a very tough cover. Laporta is a very tough cover. Gibbs, you got to worry about two running backs back there.
You got Anzalone on the defensive side. You got that Hutchinson kid, man. This guy was a baller. Straight downhill, D end coming for the quarterback on the sack.
All of the games are indoors.
Yeah.
At home, at least half their schedule.
Like I said, if you look at the Detroit Lions at plus 140, not a bad bet. Maybe make a side bet here. The Chicago Bears, for me, the jury is still out on them. But we're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, we're going to be talking some WNBA. Ronnie B, you still going to hang around with us, or are you heading over to the book? Go ahead.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to come back and give you one of my future plays, and then I'm going to head over to the book because the WNBA I don't follow at all, baby.
There you go. You keep it locked here with me before we get this commercial break here. Daryl Harris is going to be bringing that WNBA grease because he's been cashing with you all summer long. Told you where to put the cash at in some of those Olympic games. Daryl, quick shout out, and then we'll take this break. Go ahead.
No, shout out to the Aces, man. The quest for a three-peat. We want to see another parade. Shout out to them. It's a journey. It's a marathon. We've seen a lot of Olympians come back and hit the ground running. So,
and a piece of good news that I heard? I heard that WNBA players fly out guys. What do you know? A couple of brothers getting flued out. JB the Ticket making you some jokes this morning. Keep it locked here. We're getting money.
You're listening to the boss of the big ball, JB the Ticket.
Skip your cable bill this month and join the action with JB and Football TV. Get 7 days free, 15% off your first month. No credit check, no deposit, no installation hassle. Go to FootballTV.com/JB. Sign up, download the app, and start watching games.
Enjoy being a subscriber after the first month. Easy cancellation anytime. Regional restrictions apply. Sign up at VegasScoreboardExpress.com.
Get ready to showcase your brand to the exploding sports betting and fantasy sports audience to elevate your business this season. Advertise on the VSX Digital Sports Network, broadcasting locally on KSHP and nationwide on iHeartRadio. Experience the power of digital and broadcast radio with great value, fast results, and no hassle. Reach a dedicated audience and watch your brand soar this season. Discover why VSX flagship show, Vegas Scoreboard Express Live, is rated #1 on GoodPod, 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, and top 5 on FeedSpot for best radio podcasts in Las Vegas. Get your brand in front of an engaged and loyal audience who are looking for the best sports advice and great offers. Advertise with VSX Digital Sports Network. Your success is our commitment. Visit VSXDigitalSportsNetwork.com or call 702-909-0585. Take your business to new heights this season. Don't miss out on this opportunity to connect your brand with sports enthusiasts across the nation with VSX Digital Sports Network. All money, all sports, no bull. Visit VSXDigitalSportsNetwork.com or call 702-909-0585. Log on or call today.
Back at you live, JP the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express. I got my cohorts here with me. Daryl Harris, KLAS CBS 8, producer, and Ronnie B, VSX Digital Sports Network contributor. Ronnie B, I got you here on the line real quickly. Thank you so much for coming on this morning. I know you got to get over to the book. What's that future play today in the sports world that you want us to send out to the fans so they can put some cash in their pocket? Go ahead.
I got 2 real quick ones here for you. Take the total over 9.5 for the Miami Dolphins. It's minus 130, but I got them winning 12 games this year, Miami. They signed Tua. He's ready to go. The team's healthy. 12 wins shouldn't be a problem when I looked at the schedule. Take the Miami Dolphins over 9.5. And then one more real quick for you. The division winners, a parlay. Take the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Tie them together, you'll get even money, and I think you'll hit both of those future bets.
That's a low price.
There you go, Ronnie B. Thank you so much for stopping by. Any quick shout-outs before you sign off? Go ahead.
No, Vegas, here we come. Football's right around the corner, and I look to see you every week, JB, and we'll put some grease in everybody's pocket.
There you go. I appreciate that. Ronnie B. here, Las Vegas. You guys can stay in touch with him on my network, VSXDigitalSportsNetwork.com, or by going to my main website, JBTheTicket.com. So, Daryl, got you in studio here last 15 minutes. Going to talk some WNBA. Got 3 games today on deck. Again, you can watch these games live on Fubo TV. Got the Minnesota Lynx versus those Washington Mystics. The Mystics are coming back to a 6-20 season. Looks like they're going back to the WNBA draft. I don't see that they are going to be doing very much. Playoffs are pretty much out of the, picture for them, if you will. But when you go into the Minnesota Lynx, they've got a chance to maybe make a push. How do you see this game playing out when you talk about it from that betting perspective? Rotation number 615, the Minnesota Lynx, -5 on the road, a favorite. Mystics in the dog position, +180. You're talking about a team here that just has only won 6 games, and you're only giving me +180 at rotation number 616. Talk to me. Are the sports books just trying to ease their way back into WNBA, or does this team maybe have a chance to pull it off because of that short money line? Go ahead.
Well, they've been competitive. They haven't been winning games. They had a really bad start.
They definitely ain't been winning no games.
They had a really bad start this season. They're about 0-10 or so. So even the wins that they have picked up have been over like their last 15 or 20.
Yeah.
But the Lynx are a defensive team, so I kind of see this trending down. The total is lower than the other
yeah, the total is 157. You think that'll go under?
For a reason. So that means that the margin might not be too wide. They might hang around just enough, but they'll probably get closed out the same way that Minnesota did their opponents a couple nights ago. It was close up until halftime. The spread came down, and then they took care of business, ended up covering the original spread by the end. So Minnesota's a defensive team. They'll probably take care of business.
There you go. Talking about another game today, going to be competing with the Raiders. We got a full day of sports here in Las Vegas. Professional sports is here in Las Vegas. Again, you guys can get in touch with those sports again at our main station here in Las Vegas, KSHP.com, 107.1 FM, AM 1400. You check out my main man, Mark Hayes, station director. He's got UNLV tickets. We're going to be talking some college football tomorrow as well. But the Las Vegas Aces today at home, rotation number 618 versus the New York Liberty. The Liberty have been playing well. The Aces have been playing well. The Liberty at the top of the league at 22-4. The Aces right there at the 4 spot, 16-8. Do you think the Olympic gold medal will give them enough energy, enough pizzazz, if you will, to continue that push for the three-peat? Or are we going to see a slight regression just simply because they were playing basketball at a different time zone, but they won? And one of the things I could say is this. Those players for the Aces, if they were able to keep their mettle, keep their composure, and have it extended themselves to, say, become exhausted, it was essentially like a continuation of their season. Kept them sharp. They won a gold medal. Asia Wilson proved to be the best women's basketball player in the world.
Yeah.
That's a tough, tall order for a New York Liberty team that didn't really send too many folks to the game. But I do think they had Ionescu on there, so there you go. But
yes, Breanna Stewart too.
Yeah, Breanna Stewart. So 2 teams again. Now, okay. Well, yeah. Thanks for the clarity. So you've got the same issue with both teams. How do you see this one playing out? You got a total of 175, big spread. Go ahead.
The Liberty, they raced the Sparks the other night in LA. They ran them out the gym. And after the game, they were talking to Breanna Stewart, and she said, yeah, how you guys doing? Flying back and everything, time zones, jet lag. Stewie was like, jet lag don't affect me. So I think they want to get right to this game. They knew they were playing each other right as soon as the season resumed, while they were training and working against each other, and that the MVP, the WNBA championship finals MVP, is like up for the grabs between the two of them. So this is a good matchup today to see where they're at this year.
Probably gonna be hearing a lot of that today on the court. You already know what time it is. Finishing out Chicago Sky, Angel Reese taking over the WNBA with her balling skills and her beauty. The Bayou Barbie is in action today. Rotation number 619, -2 against those hapless Sparks. They drafted Cameron Brink. She was on the brink of success, didn't quite get there. +2 for the Sparks after getting ran last night in a dog position. +115. Is it more valuable to take the Chicago Sky? Teaspoon has got them playing well and is probably quite angry because her star player was snubbed from those Olympic Games. We won't get into it. The girls still did win the gold, and Las Vegas Aces and the New York Liberty had a lot to do with that, the 2 teams featuring here in Vegas today. So not too bad, but the Los Angeles Sparks, man, that is not the type of season that we expected to see. They are at the bottom of the WNBA. I don't even see them, number 10. So, 6-19, 2-8 in their last 10. The season is going nowhere for them, and when you talk about it with the Chicago Sky at the number 8 position. If there is a miracle and they can keep playing well, maybe one of those sleeper wild card bottom seed playoff teams, which would be great because the Indiana Fever are right above them at 7 and 8. And you know how I think basketball runs some plays as in, but anyway, go ahead. Act 1, Act 2, go ahead.
Chicago's, they're just getting used to their team as well. They traded away Marina Mabry during the break, and she's a big piece of this Connecticut team now. That was a big get for them. She's a big time of a part of their backcourt. They're giving the keys to Kennedy Carter. So I don't know. Kennedy Carter didn't play their last game as well. So Chicago is not too far from where LA's at. LA's got some players that are just coming back from rotation as well. I'm not afraid of taking the Sparks today to cover his dog.
Oh, no, I ain't messing with the Sparks. Angel Reese and Cardozo going to go out there and start doing that fashion show thing. Start pulling weave if it gets really wild out there. But I'm telling you, I think the Chicago Sky wanting to stay in playoff contention. You got Caitlin Clark right there. Those two ladies will need that notoriety. They will need that publicity. I don't think the LA Sparks are going to get anything done. Take the Chicago Sky. It's going to be an easy win for them. It's only a -3. Probably no bite out on that, but there's no reason why I don't think you could take them a money line. Let's see if they got one up here for them. Yep, -135. That's a good price. Take the Chicago Sky. Also, I'm going with the hometown Las Vegas Aces, rotation number 618, -3.5. Shouldn't be too bad to get it done, and that'll do it. Daryl Harris, thank you so much for stopping by the studio this morning. You brought Baby Bash in here. He's been running around doing work, making sure that nobody comes to the front door. Thank you so much for your contributions. You've earned your salary, young man. $1 for you. You know how Uncle JB does it. Yeah. Same way I used to earn money, man. You help your uncle out, grab some paper, grab him the penny, give you $1. So there you go. But any quick shout-outs? Again, shout-out also Ronnie B. Las Vegas, VSX Digital Sports contributor. Thank you for your contributions for so many years. Ronnie B. This guy has been picking winners with me for quite some time. We've been working together. Just wanted to show you the respect that you needed and the appreciation. Thank you so much. Also, Mr. Nick out there, Ron Third Down Best Bets, Linwood, Hard Rock, Hamilton, Defender of the Youth, and all of those who have been contributing to VSX over the years. We're getting ready to gear up for a great season, some national sponsorship, some syndication. It's going to be a great ride. That's right. 2 sets of grease for you. Daryl Harris, take us out. Your shout-outs, and then we'll get to the book today and try to get some money. Great preseason football to watch as well.
Oh, nothing much, man. Shout out to, again, all the listeners. We appreciate you for interacting with the show, following, engaging, and eventually, holding us accountable for what we say on here.
Oh, they're already holding me accountable. They know nobody gives the grease like JP. When I lose, I tell you I lose, but I don't have to tell you I win. All you got to do is listen and look down at your pocket. Thank you guys for tuning in this morning. You know what time it is. Get the money.
You're listening to the boss of the big ball, JB the Kicker. Vegas Scoreboard Express, giving you that grease.